Hello, Jason. You want to know what the difference is between the private reserves and the Kruger? Well, there's quite a few differences, to be fair. The Kruger National Park is a government-run conservation body. It's run by SANParks, South African National Parks, and there's a number of SANParks reserves across the country that are very well worth going and having a look at. And in most of the national parks, you can self-drive, you can camp. There's generally quite sort of affordable accommodation for most people. It's a very nice sort of family-run system. You can go there with kids and all that sort of thing. And the costs are quite low. But within Kruger itself, there are a few concessions. There are a few areas. Singita, for example, Makuleki in the north. That's a different example, but we'll get back to that. But there's a few areas that the Kruger's basically leased out to private ecotourism operators who offer high-end ecotourism safaris at a much higher rate. So the lodges are really up there. You're going to be eating world-class food and going on world-class game drives with world-class guides. And so there's a difference there in finances. But you can still see very similar things if you go to the Kruger or if you go to the Kruger under one of these other lodges. But the experience can be quite different because sometimes you can self-drive. You're not really knowing where you're going. You don't have the experience of a guide. And in the Kruger itself, for the most part, there's no off-road driving. So you won't be able to go off-roading. You won't really be able to capitalize on the maximum sort of benefits that you can experience if you go to sort of private reserves, whereby they've got slightly different policies, whereby they have off-road driving rules. They have policies that are dealing with high-end people. So you end up paying high-end prices, so they're willing to allow you to do things that you wouldn't be able to do in the Kruger. But by all means, all of them are worth checking out. Obviously, the Kruger, you pay concession fees to be in. You can go on guided tours and guided walks with many of the Kruger sort of park official places, but they're different. But the Kruger's a very nice family holiday. You go there with a group of friends or a family, and you'll still see lots of animals. You really will. But it's vast. The Kruger is very, very big. So for me to sum it all up to you in one sentence is impossible. There's so many different camps. You can go to the Kruger for 10 years and still not experience the entire Kruger Park. It's that vast. But if you come to the Sabi Sands, for example, you can pay a lot of money to stay at a lodge. And you can go out with world-class guides who can take you and show you anything you want, pretty much. Okay. So a lot of it's got to do with your pocket. But many people come and do both. The benefit is that many people can come and do the Kruger on their own, with their own car, at their own time, their own dime. Okay, well, Lauren's moved on for elephants. We're walking down the road here. Look at a treehouse dam. Let's see if she's going to pick up on your tracks for Shaduli.